Arab leaders offer condolences on the death of Queen Elizabeth II. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. The UK woke to 10 days of mourning today on the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest reigning monarch and the nation's figurehead for 7 decades. Middle Eastern leaders joined other world leaders in sending condolences to King Charles III on the Queen's death. Among them, Saudi Arabia's King Salman bin Abdulaziz said Her Majesty was a role model for leadership that will be immortalized in history. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman said Her Majesty was an example of wisdom, love and peace. The world remembers today the great impact and deeds that she had throughout her reign. Condolences also poured in from the rest of the Arab world. Abu Dhabi-based GAAC has signed a contract with Afghanistan to manage air traffic across the country as the Taliban seek to expand international flights. It's part of more than $300 million the GAAC aims to invest in Afghanistan over 10 years to develop its sector. The deal allows GAAC to operationalize airspace to allow the passage of international carriers to Afghanistan's airports. This includes air traffic control, communication and surveillance systems, and meteorological services. GAAC has previous contracts for ground handling services and passenger screening there. Adcb has priced its inaugural green bond, which will be issued on September 14th, raising $500 million to support the financing of low-carbon initiatives. The 5-year bond, priced at a spread of 115 basis points above Treasuries with a 4.5% coupon rate, was 3.8 times oversubscribed. It attracted a range of local, regional, and international investors that placed total orders of over $1.9 billion. A London-listed company licensed by Israel to extract gas from a maritime field that's in part claimed by Lebanon says it will begin yielding output within weeks. Energean says the field outperformed its expectations and its flagship Karish project is on track to start production within weeks. Israel says the Karish field is located entirely within its exclusive economic zone, but Lebanon insists that part of the field falls within its own waters. The U.S. has mediated in the dispute, which escalated in early June when Energean brought a production vessel into the field. The euro hung on to parity with the dollar this morning after the European Central Bank's 75 basis point rate hike announcement. The ECB promised further hikes to come in its fight against inflation, even as the bloc is likely heading towards a winter recession and gas rationing. Meanwhile, the dollar took a breather from its surging rally today as markets digested more hawkish Fed speak from the Federal Reserve, which reaffirmed its aggressive stance against inflation. Adani Transmission and Adani Power, companies controlled by India's richest person, Gautam Adani, are deeply overleveraged. That's according to debt research firm CreditSights, which is part of the Fitch Group. It says it discovered calculation errors in its debt report on the companies and flagged other risks. CreditSights says Adani's management feels the leverage is at a manageable level and that its expansion plans haven't been mainly debt funded. But it says it remains concerned over the Adani Group's leverage. And China's consumer prices rose at a slower than expected pace in August, while the rate of producer inflation hit an 18-month low. Analysts say it reflects an economy plagued by weak domestic demand and leaves room for further central bank policy easing. Official data shows the CPI increased 2.5% from the same month a year earlier, slower than 2.7% in July. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.